Hello! Welcome to Running Escapades Season 2, Episode 13, Part 1, the series in which 9 dudes get wrapped together, play Dungeons & Dragons, have fun and put it on the internet. We are still only 7 dudes though.
Schedule simulator!
Failed that game.
Though, the irony of only being 7 dudes is Ivan has now caught the plague, so he's been blessed by Nova with us being a group of 7 for so long. So I guess there's some poetic justice there. And we
So we're still doing the old "we haven't actually killed him" story.
Yeah. We're still covered. No one's found the body yet.
Liam definitely hasn't eaten him.
I need a few more weeks. Surprisingly difficult.
Who needs pigs when got Liam? Always bringing stuff from home.
Liam Merrill.
Yeah, I thought this pestivate tasted weird.
You don't even have to worry about like the fingernails or hair because
It's
Characters have bad dreams and talk about the history of the continent. Our sponsor is Deathsty, fine maker of chainmail and merc-made goodness. Things like key rings, dice bags, necklaces, bracelets, various accessories. Links are in the description. Go click and search and buy. Go check out the artist, Christopher Rolls, because he does awesome stuff. Again, link in the description to his Facebook and DMs Guild. Link to Patreon. Please be a Patreon. We've got lots of stuff we want to do, but we don't have the capability to do it right now. So if you are a Patreon, you help us do the things we want to do. And then, as always, the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You've got the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FURN Gaming, and the FURN Cast, which you can find on Podbean and iTunes. Monthly, the FURN Cast. En route to Doonatel, the Skylark town, situated in the Turquoise Lagoon, the Errant Guard came across a copse with smoke from a small campfire coming out the top. Investigating, you discovered a group of apparent humans, and in an attempt to get a better look at what was going on in the camp, Darek accidentally alerted the scouts around the copse.
I'm a valuable member of the team.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, as the giant bats became aware of his presence. And a combat broke out. After dealing with the humans, you discovered they were in fact orcs and had been talking to each other in Orcish prior to you guys fighting with them. And they had taken prisoners from the southern village of Doonatel. You briefly spoke with the prisoners to find out who they were, how they got there, before you settled down to sleep for the night. During the night, Aegis, Shade, Darek and Throndraek had dreams that affected them, dreams of things they would rather not see or were outside of their control. The dreams resulted in the characters either lashing out at other characters.
I'm a valuable member of the team.
Just not sleeping or just being completely unfocused on the task they were supposed to have, being lost in thought. Come the morning, the 4 of them looked distant and distracted, and Throndraek, I've lost my flow entirely.
We're back.
Huh?
We're back.
We're back. Yeah. Woo! I'm back.
Orcs. Dreams.
Orcs, dreams, bad dreams. Yes.
Valuable member of the team.
Throndraek requested to ride ahead slightly with Elderan to have a conversation about various deep things, and the rest of the party engaged in a conversation mostly about the Maya and what it meant.
You guys did.
Yeah, and Shade just sat around on his own at the back.
Just like.
Yeah, unhappy.
Oh, I was kind of
He was
waiting
thinking
for
of
people
cubs.
to be here. You weren't here. Ivan wasn't here.
Yeah, they're here this week, it's fine.
Nothing.
I did forget to mention last week, I will mention now, the Maya was formed on the 6th of Mupasis.
Not for Gary.
Oh.
Yes, and then 10 days later, the peace treaty was signed.
That's in 10 days.
Yes, it's in 10 days' time.
That's an
Wait,
in-game week.
Yeah.
The 6th is today and we've just arrived at the town, right?
Yep.
which is
His
thingy's
son's birthday,
Cool.
yes. So his
Nothing-
son was
nothing to
born
read into there
the
at all.
same day. Yes.
Oh, things make sense now. Oh, I have. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So we might be doing a little bit of time travel because I think Shade wanted to talk to Icarus. Icarus hasn't been here to talk to, or are you doing that another time?
Have we arrived?
I mean, we skipped 3 days because nothing happened.
We
You
were
guys,
riding.
you guys as a group spoke,
Yeah.
and you arrived at the Southern Village. But if you wanted to talk, we can just back up and you can have a conversation en route on horse.
Oh, that's fine. We can come
Okay.
up whenever.
You
It
can
doesn't
go.
matter.
That's fine then.
It's not urgent.
So, in that case, is there any other conversations anyone wants to have en route, or are we all good for the arrival at the Southern Village of Doonatel?
I'd just like to double check some things. How many years ago did the bloop?
5.
5.
How old's your kid?
He's turning 5.
Same day.
Yep.
Cool. Right, yeah.
Nothing to read into there at all. I don't know what you're suggesting.
What
I'm not going to be looking for a giant grotesque pink birthmark. No, not at all.
what does the
That's better than my first one, which went over your shoulder and you didn't
Oh, is
even
that what it
realise.
It's just going to
I found it. You were saying something, Chris?
what happened to the kid's mother? Is that all fine? There's no
She's still
Yeah,
alive.
she's still alive. She's fine. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, here's why.
Yeah, his
All
wife's
good.
fine.
I've got to double check these things. I don't know who does or doesn't have a family.
How tragic a backstory someone has.
I was
gonna
gonna
say,
You
no.
need to know.
Did you have a kid
Her
before
backstory's
you
so tragic.
married
She's
her?
actually Throndraek. The big
Yeah.
reveal.
Yes.
Sweetie, can we go ahead and talk, please?
I don't like the company you're keeping.
Back at you.
That's the really weird thing about the kid being born today.
It's been 5 years. We should really find a babysitter.
We keep finding purple goo all over
Yeah.
the house.
Oh god.
We did also. That's actually what we did do. We did go through Eldaran's family tree for the most part, but that will come back up again. when
God,
they all
I'll
get
get that.
It came up in conversation.
Honey, the
Yeah.
kid's chanting again.
What's that tone coming through the wall?
Okay, so you guys have arrived at Doonatel. It is about 3 a.m. when you finally got there.
Yeah.
Because of all the detours and having to travel slower to account for Byral's broken rib.
So sorry, this is the southern village in Doonatel,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
How'd you break a rib?
She got kicked by an orc.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why she's on the camel.
Yeah, she's on the camel.
Oh, right. Okay.
She's the creature none of us except Shamshir can identify.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's given us a nice little anatomy lesson.
They
Probably.
spit at you.
Tongue. It's 80% tongue.
No, that's definitely a demon.
Or your child.
Divine sense.
Yeah, a demon.
You could divine sense and find out.
What?
Coming from?
What?
Yes, she's on a camel. You ripped off bat wings to wrap around the
The humps.
humps with rope to act as a harness so she wouldn't bounce around and damage her ribs more.
Yeah.
It's been a real team
Closest thing
effort.
we've got to an ambulance.
Who suggested this?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of went along with it.
Everyone went, well, if he's saying it.
To be honest, yeah, good job.
It works. It does work.
If the DM says do this, it'll work. We're like, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. Even if medically that's going to do fuck all.
Hey, have you tried ripping its wings off?
I've never really thought about the logistics of a ghost camel thing having giant batwings strapped to it in terms of making it a more comfortable ride. But I mean, but apparently it's quite hard to get spring boots, so you know.
Now we've shoved wings on it. What if we throw it into a ley line?
Okay, so you guys have
You're
got
trying to kill us all.
I've seen a flying camel.
to the Southern
Never seen
Village.
a fucking camel.
Storm hops off your horse. No, Aegis' horse. Aegis' horse, and he's just like, "I'm going home," and just limps off. Like, and he does at some point before he's going around the corner, just sort of stop, turn around, and go, "Thanks." and then just disappears.
I'm just
Bye.
like, that's
Well, okay, bye then, I guess.
You'll see him in the pub. Don't worry.
Mara says she wants to go home. She wants to both see her wife and start trying to sort out the ferries, because they're going to be a mess.
Yeah. Do we see any guards?
There are guards. Yeah, there. I mean, yeah, you would have passed guards on your way in.
Excellent. When we
so-
drop these guys off, I will find one of those and ask them some questions.
That's fine. Mara does say Byro probably can't get across in the ferry. Especially as there's not many ferries running at the moment.
She can barely camel.
Huh?
She can barely camel. I mean,
Yeah.
she's not going to ferry.
Yeah. But she'll, if you guys, because you guys are heading across the next day, she'll say maybe you can send a cleric back who could help fix Byro's ribs.
It seems.
The outer towns don't have clerics, only the central town has a cleric. Okay.
Yeah, they're like farming hamlets, basically.
Clerics
Yeah.
are a commodity. They're very important. Which is why every adventuring party should definitely have one.
Here, take this.
Wait, hang on. Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, Throndraek can be the group cleric.
Oh, fuck. You can't even use cutlery.
I'll be like,
You don't need cutlery to be a
I'll
cleric.
just be like, hold him still.
Oh, bless him.
Do you have an infection on your leg?
I will heal that infection on your arm. Dealt with.
Can't spread anymore.
That's Darek sitting there going,
Oh no! Oh no! What a shame! You've got a bloody nose. You'll have to see Throndraek.
Can't fix that, but remove it.
I think my leg's been taken off blending. It's fine, I don't see Throndraek, I'll walk it off.
You're running away from the healer now.
I can walk on
I'm
it.
gonna
I can walk on it.
Rage heal.
Bam!
Definitely a
Yeah.
spin-off there.
Byro is mostly unconscious because she's been constantly fed painkillers and
Oh, did he
And
come
it's-
up? No, Aegis didn't come up with that kind of sleep thing, did he?
No, he was just stuffing her full of herbs that were
Yeah, it was
doing
just-
a
no, yeah.
Oh, okay. But he was thinking of trying to make us something
Yeah.
like sleep.
he's going to try and work out how to make it
Just
attack.
pumped her full of nerve agents.
He's just
Basically topped her up on morphine the entire way.
yeah. So she's
She'll be
just
all
She's
fresh.
tripping
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah,
Really
she really,
is.
really will.
And humps.
Sister Morphine is definitely showing her a good time.
She's not with it at all. But you've been here before. You at least know where her
I
shop
know where her
is.
shop is.
And she does live above her shop. With any luck, you can find her key in her belongings.
Oh, I hope she's got her kid. We don't have a road.
Oh, it's just under the rock.
We
We
do.
got-
Yeah, we do.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, and you said
I mean,
like
yeah, you
these
get us
tools,
to
right?
beat the door down, but
Yeah, I don't
no.
want him to kick the door down. No, she's
Yeah,
going
which
to
I
KO
have
for
too.
the next 2 days. Especially if he gets nearer.
So if I'm in Doonatel, but I'm breaking into a shop, but I've got your say-so, does that mean I'm legal?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm getting you to open the door to put her back in.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're giving him the key to the town,
No.
Just-
He's doing a job.
Yeah.
which you'll retract immediately.
Sorry.
Also, if he actually gives me one of those big keys, I'm not going to be able to carry it.
As soon as you unlock the door, pardoned.
Byro's shop door is open because, weirdly enough, the orcs didn't lock it when they took her.
I thought you said they were intelligent.
Yeah, that's why they didn't lock it.
care though.
But with a brief sort of exploration of the shop, investigation of the shop, you will find a key to one of the back rooms, which has the stairs that lead up to her quarters. So she just didn't have it on her because there's no reason for her to have it on her.
So I was lucky.
Yeah. So you can unlock, you can get her up into her quarters, make her as comfortable as she can be on her bed with a broken rib.
Yeah. Make sure she's got like water and some bread nearby. So
Yep.
she
And I'm
Easy enough.
can, and a bucket,
As you are sort of heading off, Mara will jump off the horses
yeah.
and start making her way towards the piers. She will say if you need somewhere to stay, the docks do have an overnight waiting room, which she won't charge you to use today. She reckons you probably won't find the innkeeper at the inn right now. They will probably be asleep.
3 a.m.
Yeah. Very good point. Yeah, that's...
So you're not really
Thank
going
you.
to have any option.
But if you give me permission, we can still get in.
Let's just go to the docks. And it's raining now.
Yes, it
What is
is.
it
It probably is. Hang on.
Probably is.
Oh, and time
This
for
will be
weather
the one
report.
time you've said it to Sunny.
Strong rainfall.
Thank you, weather.
It's cold and wet and unpleasant. There we go.
3 a.m. in the morning.
3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, powers grow.
Fuck it.
I genuinely
Why
thought
no,
you were
we-
about to start doing that.
No, just put my shield up. No.
Thankfully, one of the party repels water.
Yes.
Aegis just repels water. Or rain, specifically rain. If you shoot him with a water gun, he'll get hit. But
Yeah.
if it's raining, then it's fine.
He can still shower. Watched himself by
Water
Super
gun.
Soaker.
The notes on this page. Liam is easy to poison.
What?
Yeah, it's fair.
Fair. That's
He
fair.
eats anything
Just
you put in
throw
front of
food
him.
at me and I'll eat it. That's a very valid point.
I mean, you did nearly eat a mini.
Yeah.
Mini?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
You legitimately nearly ate a plastic bag.
And the
Okay.
thingy of the bottle.
And Mara says she will hand you the key to the waiting room, and she will get you guys on a ferry as early as possible in the morning, after 8 hours, so you guys have rested.
Yay. Sleep.
So you all sort of set up, stay with your horses because there's no real staff around at the moment.
Exactly 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, they don't really run past midnight.
Yeah. And get yourself set up in the pier waiting thing, which is simple enough. It's just a set of sort of bunk beds, essentially very simple wooden frames, a couple of blankets for some comfort, and a blanket for some warmth, and a currently cold fireplace. Because it hasn't been lit, but it is.
Yeah. Just like.
That's an
It does
interesting
sound
sound of the
reassuring.
water. Yeah.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep my
It's
eye out.
it's not the most comfortable quarters ever, but it's better than sleeping on a rock. So there is that. It's
When you set the bar that low, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can't really get
It's not covered in plague.
I didn't say that.
Not in the Maya.
Didn't say that either.
It's very true. Right, you wanted to go find some guardsmen.
Oh, not at 3 in the morning. Fuck that.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll do it in the morning.
That's cool. Anyone wanting to do anything, or you're just going to
It's
sleep?
3 in the
Whoop, whoop.
morning.
I don't know. You might want to talk about something. I don't know.
They will be
No,
tired.
we're not talking.
Okay. Okay, so you guys will all settle down, have yourself a nice long rest. No weird dreams,
Good.
nothing odd. It feels, actually, you will probably appreciate the bed more than you would normally because you've just spent 10 days in a saddle, sleeping on the ground. Even this mild amount of comfort is superior.
Better than roots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably also smell-ish.
They'll probably smell a little musty. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So you guys have had a long
We've got a
rest.
presentation of the party, don't we? We can just have that.
I don't know.
It's not time for Throndrake's annual bath yet.
Annual? I thought lifetime. Do we just throw him in the lake?
How bad's
or-
the stink?
No, what we'll do is, as we're having the
Dead
ferry,
animal furs. That
we'll just sort of tie him to
Just
the
in
end
there.
of it and drag him through.
Keelhole him.
Yeah.
Oh dear me. Just to clean him up.
Okay.
a shamshir. It's a shamshir.
5.
It's a
Shamshir smell.
Shamshir now is 5. They are one and the same. There is no difference.
Everything he rolls is a 5.
Yeah, regardless of who's using the character. Okay, so you guys have a long rest. You wake up 8 hours later. It is 11 o'clock in the morning.
Now this is a more realistic situation.
Is it busy now?
There's some noise. As you guys sort of come to consciousness, you can definitely hear the sounds of Mara taking control of the docks again and making sure things are functioning properly. The fire has been lit. Assuming you guys didn't light it the day before, I don't think you did. I think you literally all just passed the fuck out. The fire has been lit, and there is hanging over the fire is a sort of pot about yay big, filled with, you can smell some sort of breakfast stew. Breakfast stew. And sort of on the brick hearth in front of it is half a dozen loaves.
Love that woman.
You saved her life, so.
She knows how to put someone up.
Yeah.
Tell his wife that.
Tell her wife that. Yeah, just like don't for the black.
Tell her wife that.
Okay, so you all eat. As you're sort of getting yourself sorted at some point, Mara just sort of stick her head in the door. Morning, you're all awake. Just let me know when you want to go across and I can get you on a ferry.
As soon as possible, I'm assuming?
Yes, is there... I want to quickly speak with one of the guards, but yes, other than that, as soon as you've got a ferry.
Perfect. I'll send someone to grab a guard. Shouldn't be too difficult, and then whilst you guys are eating.
Are there other people who want to use the ferry out there today, moving around, or is people? Is this is the waiting room that we've got to commandeered?
Well, you're in the overnight waiting room. There are sort of people.
There's another waiting room.
Yeah. There's a when you're actually just waiting for a ferry. There are people.
Overnight stay, daytime stay.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
One has bunks, one has chairs.
Yeah.
And benches.
I'm going to go to the other waiting room.
Okay. You go over to the other waiting room, which there's a fair few people in there. Who, some of them just from the way they're talking have been in the town for a couple of days trying to get across.
Why didn't they go round the other way?
They came here. They already paid for the inn, and then
Yeah,
things just
yeah,
kept
fair.
getting delayed more and more and more.
Bloody Ryanair!
This is a fucking tourist trap.
I generally wend my way around the room, and I'm looking for orcs.
Okay. Go ahead and make a check of some sort. Hang on.
Does it help that I'm proficient with like disguise kits and shit?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Excellent.
Yes, I believe it is.
Investigation.
I'm just going to check in the rules.
I only have extra
Disguise
kits.
kit. Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check with advantage.
Oh, damn. That's good. 24.
24.
Yes.
You are 100% confident that everyone in this room is what they appear to be. Mostly humans, some dwarfs, some halflings, and maybe 2 elves.
Maybe 2? That's a really low number to be maybe about.
There's 2 elves.
Yeah, elves like have the most distinctive.
Is it like there's 2.5 because like someone's got an extra pair of legs or something? What's
Or
going
one's a
on?
half elf, so it's only 1.5.
I don't think there are any half elves.
There aren't half elves on this continent. There's 2 elves. There's 2 elves.
Okay. But no orcs is the main thing.
No orcs.
Cool.
Not a singular orc.
There are tieflings though.
Not yet, there isn't.
Suddenly, all of the guards.
Cool. Anyone else doing anything, or you're just waiting around, eating and waiting around?
Down
Stuffing
to the
face.
Cool. At some point, a guard will come wandering in. Human. It's one of the outer guards, so they're one of the, stupidly enough, they're one of the younger guards.
Yeah.
So it's like a young lad, maybe like 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Helmet doesn't quite fit on his head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like chainmail sort of hanging down
Yeah,
around
the
his
kettle
knees.
helmet.
He's
just
like
like that.
constantly like pushing
Yeah.
it back, and then it's just as he's moving. In fact, you don't know as he's walking around, he does move his head a lot, which probably
He doesn't.
doesn't help.
Yeah, but if
Um,
it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit.
No.
Can I like, knowing blacksmithing things and stuff, can I just get like a bit of something to try and make it, like, to pad it, to make it fit better?
Please don't try and stick a wedge in his helmet.
I mean, it's better than him going, thump, it fits now, and just like,
Doesn't can't take it off.
Hold still.
Don't
Hold still.
No, you're not.
don't bludgeon the intern, please.
don't plunge in the
Sure. What do you want to try and use to bludgeon it? To bludgeon it?
Parr's hammer.
No, you're not having this.
What do you want to do to pad it?
I want that as a poster. Don't bludgeon the intern.
Well, I was thinking maybe like I probably have some like leather strips and stuff like that.
That's fair.
but-
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, you can do it. It's not difficult.
Oh,
to
sorry,
do.
I just had leather straps.
As a sort of temporary fix. You don't have
Yeah.
a way of attaching them, but yeah.
Yeah, just so he's not.
Blinded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a ball gag to it as well.
So I just wanted to. Do you want some help with your
Leave Derek out.
helmet?
Oh, if you know how to do something, yes.
Alright. Well, then I'll just
Yeah.
pad it out and.
Cool. It'll
See if
put
it
back
helps
on.
at
We'll do
all.
this, and it won't move. And he's like, "That's a lot better. Thanks."
It's a fucking 4-year-old with a bike helmet.
Yeah.
No comments about the
Um,
security of my town, please.
My lord, the Mistress Theray said you wanted to talk to me.
Yes. Was there any orc activity down here?
Not down here, as far as I'm aware. The eastern town
Mm-hmm.
came under attack.
Mhm.
Wasn't very much actually. It sounded, the reports made it sound a lot bigger than it was.
Mm-hmm. How long were the guard away for?
A couple of days, not very much.
How much do you know of these reports? Do you have like numbers of orcs and whatnot?
No, I don't.
We can get those, don't worry.
It's going to be important, I think.
Yes. Thank you very much, that's all. Right, we all ready?
Let's go.
He doesn't leave and just sort of stands there looking at you and goes, "Oh wait."
Yeah, I just don't
Yeah.
even. Just straight on. So, we're ready, and just go.
Cool.
Maybe next time you should ask for the supervisor.
It's fine, we'll see his boss in half an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just
So-
wanted to give us some food for discussion in the ferry.
You guys get out. Mara sees you all sort of milling around on the dock and just sort of pulls you over and goes, "That one there."
Ah, thank
Um,
you.
There is some slight grumbling from people waiting on the piers, like, they jumped to and then they spot who you are and go, "Oh."
It's just like the thing where it's like everyone goes around. It's like, do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Thank you.
I'm now just thinking of I am the.
I am Eldaran, and so is my wife.
But he's the only one without shit on him.
Do you have a tray?
So,
This one's wet.
you do all notice immediately why the Turquoise Lagoon is called the Turquoise Lagoon.
It's yellow.
Because it's purple, right?
Fuck all of you.
We're like, yeah, I know.
I don't.
Fuck you.
It's turquoise.
It's not a lagoon either.
It's a very crisp,
So misleading.
clean, clear colour. It is, looking at it, it is the cleanest water any of you have ever seen at any point.
It's like that, crisp, clear. I thought it was like, oh, are we drinking a wine?
So if it's super clear, can you see fish and things in it?
Yeah.
Is it quite deep or not, or is it quite?
It's hard to tell
Yeah,
because
okay.
water is hard to tell how deep it is.
Stick in it.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, definitely deeper than that. It's sort of if you
How long can you hold your breath?
it's deep enough you could probably
Yeah,
dive.
him actually.
Yeah, in the warmer months. I mean, Elderan would know. In the warmer months, it is you can go diving and swimming off the end of the pit. So deep enough that you could go swimming through it.
Right, Throndraek, time for bath.
No, it might dirty the
Okay,
water.
you distract
Yeah.
him and I'll push him in.
Interestingly,
pushing Throndraek.
Halfling javelin practice.
Yeah, catch you
interestingly,
otherwise.
given the temperature, there's no ice anywhere on it. No sort of frosting at the edges or anything.
Salty.
Fair.
So you all get on a ferry. Not long after it starts going off, they are. You can hear the clanking of chains. The ferries are all connected to the island in the centre by chain and winch system. So there's one ferry. There's two ferries. Each village is one ferry goes out, one ferry comes back. More than anything. Makes it even more impressive that Mara's wife got it wrong, because it's not difficult to keep control of.
I mean, I'm sure we'll hear about it.
Yeah. As you,
How do you avoid collisions? Because every time you set them up,
it's
you've got one
two.
down, one
It's
left.
it's a
There's
square.
like the chain goes in a circle like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a counterweight thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just do that.
As the ferry sort of leaves the pier and you start properly heading out over the lagoon, you all immediately gain a sense of
Seasickness.
sort of peace. You feel sort of semi-revitalized.
Because of
you
rage.
feel
Is this reflected in temporary hit points at all?
no.
Inspiration instead.
But you do notice some people are sort of reaching out over the side of the ferry and drinking some of the water.
I do the
Should they be
same.
doing that?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
I
there are reasons for drinking the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
You want to drink some of the water? Okay,
Sure.
cool.
Can
Roll
I,
a D100.
can I fill my flask, just sort of run it through the water and fill it up?
You
No one
can.
else
Yes.
is doing it.
So,
Fine.
so Shade,
Yes.
you drink some of the water. You gain 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Oh hell, I'm keeping this flask now.
You are under the effects of the bless spell for 8 hours.
Woo! Shit!
It's hella good though.
Holy crap! Wait, I'm not poisoned.
Damn.
am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get rid of those.
Well, you're not poisoned anymore.
I know, I had that
You're
in.
like literally
You're not affected by disease, blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, but you feel it cleanse your system, and
Holy crap, man.
You grow tentacles.
That's the
2
drawback.
extra arms to beat people with.
for the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit dice you spend,
Woo!
and you feel less tired than you did before.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's in the front line for the next 24 hours, aren't they?
No one knows it's happened though, fucking me.
There
I imagine
is-
the pupils have just gone tiny.
There is a bit of a
already.
noticeable effect because Shay drinks it and you're all saddle weary, but Shay drinks the water.
Just
He's
spring.
not saddle weary anymore. He looks like
Shadow
he's,
weary, yes.
Shadow
Bloody
wearing.
hell.
It looks like he's just spent a week doing nothing but lazing around and
Oh, so like Samus.
yeah.
Yeah.
I work.
Hard to look like you're working hard.
Well, I didn't
So
work
there is
hard
a
for that.
noticeable effect.
Effort.
In essence, what just happened? You got a potion of heroism for 8 hours, an elixir of health, and a potion of vitality.
Holy shit.
Water ant
You
feels
can't
pretty
track
good.
that anywhere. I'll just like write it down. That's annoying.
Yes.
So you get bless for
24 hours. For 8 hours, sorry.
8 hours,
Yeah.
10 temporary HP,
Yeah.
and what was the other one?
But the specific items, if you want to look them up, look up Potion of Heroism. Potion of Heroism, the Elixir of Health, and the Potion of Vitality. Those are the effects. The only change is the Potion of Heroism lasts for 8 hours rather than 1 hour.
Drink it again. Roll on the table for mishaps.
It's not technically a
Oh,
potion.
damn.
Was it heroism, vitality, and
Elixir of Health. It's not technically a
some hardy
potion, because
fucking
otherwise
fish,
it
then.
would that entire leg would have probably been like
It's really good.
to explode randomly.
I
just
imagine
swim
there's
in
some
and
sort
bathe in
of
it.
horrifying kaiju sat at the bottom of the lake that's just really happy.
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as the lake's good, he's fine.
Yes, giant turtle. We build our city on top of. One day,
Yeah.
fly on.
The other interesting thing, Shade, when you sort of cupped the water and drank it, it was cold to the touch, but it was a pleasant temperature to drink.
Ooh.
Yeah, because magic, you know, it sort of sits on a ley line.
I get like the water skin and fill it
Sure,
up.
yeah, you can fill up a water skin.
Nah, not you. You played a trick on me. So that's not fun.
Because
Put a squirrel in his back.
I said, does this make us?
true.
I said, does
Yeah.
that make us even? And you said, yeah.
That is true.
because Aegis has been here before, he will also drink some.
Mm.
He now has 3 testicles.
Try
But-
this.
Yeah,
I'm alright.
I'll have a sip of mine. So I'll
cool. You're getting the exact same effect.
You're
Right.
getting me to try the water you've just taken out the lake.
I'm just standing at the back, smiling.
Good.
Same thing. It's yeah.
Ha! That's surprisingly tasty for water. Thank you.
Yeah.
I obviously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stuff.
Cool. You get the effects of this thing. Because Aegis has done this before as well, he will point out that when you leave the lake, the water in your skins will become normal water.
Yeah, makes sense. I wasn't planning
Yeah.
on taking it with me.
Because he tried the exact same thing.
Everyone
course he
tries
bloody
it.
did.
And then they do that.
Yeah. Icarus deep throats his water skin.
Yep.
Okay. What did I just miss?
What you just
Deep
said.
throats his
Oh
water.
right, it was just a really delayed response, right.
Oh dear.
So, after getting over the fact that the water is magical and provides some very, very good benefits, you will become more aware of the fact you are heading towards the island in the middle, which there is a walled town. It's not a city, it's a town. The walls are made of some sort of pale blue stone.
How long does it take to get across?
About half an hour.
I like the number I pulled down.
Yeah, there you go. It's about right.
Yeah.
And you come into another pier, the other side.
Would I be able to identify said blue stone now that we're up close to it?
Sure. It's stone. There's nothing special about it.
It's just weirdly blue.
Yeah, it's just weirdly blue
Just got blue
stone.
hue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just blue yellow.
Potentially, it's stone that's been excavated from a quarry either by or under the lake. Sort of taking on a bit of the coloration of the lagoon itself.
Let's eat the walls. See what magic we get.
Everything's candy.
As you guys make your way through past the piers into the town proper,
Hello, Piers.
you are hit initially by the smell of freshly baked bread. It's a very, very. That is just the very first thing you smell. You can hear the sounds of excited chatter. You can see people around you putting up banners, the weird little flag things on a rope.
Bunting.
Bunting, that's the word that I forget the name of all the time. They put up bunting.
Little flag stick on a rope.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
He's just an idiot.
Let's Google one word for tonight.
There are groups of children that are running around playing games. There's a general sense of like excitement. There is definitely a buzz to the air, and you can more or less guess why.
Celebration week.
Yes, the town is excited right now for the Lordling's birthday, for Orland's 5th birthday.
And then they come over with terror and fear as he consumes everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
In due time.
So, you guys start making your way, Elderan leading the way towards the Skylark residence, which is on the northern side of town.
So we literally have to go across town.
Yes, you have to go across the whole town, which does get the benefit of you get to see the town.
Yeah. And that's where blacksmith is.
Yeah. It's a pretty town.
That's where I had my bachelor
For what it
party.
is. You will on the main thoroughfare through town. You will pass a temple of words.
Well,
That's a
he
weird
was-
god. I
Temple
don't
of
know that one.
Words. That's a
Your-
library.
Temple of Words.
Eldath.
I remember that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ! It just
It's
lost-
not even my character.
That just flew out my mind for a bit.
I just know it. Just
Yeah,
It's
so
full
the
of
part-
bunting.
Huh? That's all the bunting, yeah. Yes, you'll bypass a temple of Eldath, recognizable by the waterfall symbol and the actual waterfall going down the side of the temple.
We don't fuck about.
Yeah.
Is the waterfall the same water as from the
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Funny that.
They're drinking water.
Oh, I've got a shower for homeless people.
And it actually makes them feel good.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's magic water. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. You will pass through the town square, which is a rectangular. It's a square. It's
Oh my god. Triangle.
Hey,
No, it's a fucking octagon.
I mean, to be fair, a town
it's
square
string.
doesn't mean square.
No.
Yeah.
It's a 5-sided star.
Eight-pointed star.
with a road going around all the points. It's paved with stone flagstones.
It's been at Beelzebub.
Yes. Which this is the only part of the town you pass that hasn't, like, all the stones have been formed of this very oddly pale blue stone. Here in the centre of the square, they're a light grey, and then as it heads further out, they darken toward the edges. They're a very dark grey with like a slight red hue to it. And in the centre is a very large white crystal.
Hello. I'm gonna lick it.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
This is mine.
Yeah.
You know you can't take that with you, right?
I don't think you could
Challenge
carry
accepted.
No, I'm not picking it up for you.
it. Neither am I.
No, it's a very big object.
Well,
Oh.
if you whack it, can you just give me a little chip of it?
Draws great axe.
This is one of those jokes that we were talking about. He's not actually serious.
He kind
I'm
of
not
was.
stopping.
He'd like it.
There is currently someone standing sort of in the centre of the square casting a spell.
Can't spell.
They were casting a spell before you got there.
Yeah. Do I recognise who this is?
Yes, it's one of the. It's not the. Actually, no, probably.
Are they an orc?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hopefully not.
It's not an orc. No.
Not that you think.
Yeah. Yes, this is the head priestess. She's the one who married you, and as until now has not actually been named.
Yeah, I was going to say, we never
So,
came up with a name,
and
so
they-
that's a good one.
Is,
Jenny.
Ariadne. That's her name. There we go.
You secretly a worshiper of love.
Not a arachne.
If anyone wants to try and identify what spell she's casting, make an Arcana check.
May as well.
No, re-roll it!
No. 15.
20.
I'm sure Aegis would
I
too.
just got to double check.
Yeah, probably.
He definitely would.
Let's roll for him.
That's
Aegis
about
has
right.
failed.
Yeah, he did. Well, really, Liam should be rolling it.
I did.
Unless he is
Oh,
a
he already
modifier
has.
with 9.
Yeah, I rolled.
It would
Okay.
still be right.
Ava just got an 18.
Then
Cool. You got a 20.
Yep.
Neither of you know what the spell is.
Oh, damn.
Oh, lovely.
So it's higher
Oh,
than fifth level.
dang.
Because it's a very high level spell.
I think that's a bit above my expertise.
But the intended effect becomes apparent as you're making your way across because it stops raining.
Oh, dang.
Ah. I didn't realise it was still raining this day as well.
Oh yeah. It's the same day. It's still chucking, or was chucking it down.
Not
It's
anymore.
no longer chucking it down. It's just overcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, just because it's raining one part of the day doesn't mean it's raining the
It's
whole
raining the whole day.
day. It's not raining anymore.
and it gets to 12 o'clock midnight and suddenly stops.
Instant
Yay,
snow.
the bunting,
Yeah,
that's
'cause-
moist.
Moist bunting.
That's a bad name.
I'm writing that shit down.
And then a few moments later, it shifts from overcast to clear, and then it shifts to sunny. And as the sun starts to shine, it strikes the crystal, and
Everyone is blind.
yes, the square and the buildings surrounding it are lit up by multicolored light, sort of shining out from the crystal.
Oh, it's a prism.
Yeah, it's a very large prism that just sort of illuminates the whole area.
It's quite nice here. Wow.
Didn't realise you were having gay pride on the same day as well.
That's good timing.
He's got a lot of expectations of his son.
I'd have brought more feather boas if I knew.
They're very accepting here.
You continue making your journey. You'll eventually come to the Skylark residence, which is part of a large building. There's a section of it that is the guards' barracks. A section of it is where the Skylarks live, and then there is also a
Sell for
city-run
the child.
a city
Mutant
run
shop.
restaurant type thing, yeah,
Okay.
on the edge as well to provide food for people who want to eat there. And waiting outside the residence is
Have they got like a franchise? Are they like Skylark eateries in Joffrey?
no.
It's
Not
just
yet.
it's just a thing here.
It's just a thing they have here.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah.
Business idea. Franchise rights alone.
Turquoise arches.
Yeah.
How
But
soon
they're-
did you want to get?
But they're on their side to make an E instead.
That'll do it. That'll do it. All good. We're fine. We're totally clear there. Let's do it.
All of the money.
I can think of the ex-Skylark.
Standing in front of the Skylark residence is a man that you recognise because it is your brother, Roofton, with his wife, Holly Dark Eyes. Well, not Dark Eyes. Her name used to be Dark Eyes. Her name is now Skylark. Who, wrong page, that page. Who, as you're walking up, your brother walks down and grabs your arm and pulls you into a hug.
You trying to find your family tree?
No, I've got it. I just phoned. Will you play with me? Come on.
It won't rotate.
Yeah.
I'm trying to split screen it, but fuck it. What? Sorry, what?
Your brother's there with
Hugs
his
you.
wife.
He hugs you. He
Yeah,
walks down, hugs you.
Hug him back. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too.
I cast a spell.
Okay.
I message Elderan.
Yeah.
Check he's not an orc.
It's too late. He's already been poisoned.
Yeah, I mean, do I fall asleep?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's insight check.
Go for it.
Is he an orc?
4.
It's not.
It's 8, but
Not an orc.
it's not an orc.
This is definitely your brother.
Definitely not an orc.
They're definitely not
As
an
I
orc.
say,
Fake
it's like
glasses, a fake nose, a moustache, everything.
You put your dagger away.
Dagger.
Wait.
Crossbow.
Crossbow.
Just standing there like
Dagger.
because bards.
Yeah, because rogue probably.
Probably.
I mean, he sounds the same. He looks the same. He's moving the same. His,
I'm pretty sure.
His balls feel the same.
Okay, I was gonna say, does he smell the same?
That was my first thought. Honestly, that was my first thought.
I don't have a brother in real life. I just assumed.
Oh, good lord. What are you, Deadpool?
Fucking hell.
Oh dear, good lord. So.
Lorette and Orlan are inside. We are preparing for the feast. In the afternoon there will be music, there's players to entertain in the town square before the feast. We've done the usual, randomly selecting members of the town to join for the feast. As well as some invites to known people. And then following the feast is when, as is custom, we will, those who have brought gifts can pass Orlan gifts.
Excellent.
Got to get a toy sword and shield for him.
It's been a bit mad.
Yes. Oh well. Get him to lift my hammer. See how that goes.
Whoa,
He lifts it up, falls backwards. Awful time.
Brains everywhere.
Yeah.
He steps away, looks out and goes, "My apologies. I've not introduced myself. I am Lord Roofton. This is my wife, Lady Holly. I am Eldaran's brother. I am the lord of this town."
Haven't we met this guy?
No.
Oh,
You've met
The other
Eldaran's dad and his granddad.
his granddad. That's the one.
Yeah.
You've got most of the family now. Like, if you were collecting the cards.
There's a lot of people who stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of names.
I don't
in
know.
that family
I
tree.
don't know.
Oh, that's a spreadsheet now.
There's a lot of names in that family tree.
Wait, my secret is to kill all the Skylarks. I'm gonna be a year.
You're fucked.
Should have brought a blender.
I mean, Raynor's back in Jofro.
You could just jump in the ley line, travel back like 50 years and kill one of the ancestors. Save a load of hassle. They work like that, don't they?
I haven't got to that chapter yet.
Um,
I haven't gone full Doctor Who on this shit.
Whilst you're in town, you are guests of the Skylark family. Let me know if there's anything I can do to either help with things you need or, well, anything really within reason. don't ask me to serve you the head of someone on a plate. That's not really what we do.
No,
I'm
that's
just
our
gonna-
job normally.
I was just sort of look at Throndraek.
What?
I don't know. I can see you being like, I would like this. Ridiculous.
What you eat here is your own custom. Hence I'm a bit confused. What's going on?
No, not normal.
What are your names?
I am Parr Rowlandson. Glad to meet your acquaintance.
Pleasure.
Shouldn't that be captain?
I used to call myself captain. People took exception to it. I don't bother anymore. Technically, I am captain, though.
Throndraek.
Darek Highgrass, pleasure.
Shade.
Icarus.
The others
They introduce themselves well.
The guy in the white mask, that's Shamshir. Don't know why he's got a mask on, it's a bit weird. He's not that ugly, it's weird, it's not that. And the other pointy-eared one, that's Aegis.
The other elf.
Pointy-eared one. This is right the first time.
Pleasure. As I said to my brother, I don't know if you heard, there is to be music and various shows, various bits of entertainment through the town square for the rest of the morning. You are welcome to stay, watch, listen, entertain yourselves. You can wander the town. If you prefer, you can come inside our residence. And I mean, you've had a long journey, so you may wish to bathe or relax for a few hours before the festivities begin proper.
Everyone looks at Throndraek.
Could you direct Could you direct where the feast is going to take place? Can you point me in that direction?
Oh, right, yes, the square.
Oh, the square
Yes,
with the light show.
yes.
Okay, and the tavern. Yeah. Is it a buffet? Or is it a?
There will be food served to you. We have set aside a table, though I wasn't sure how many of you were coming, but you will have your own table to sit at.
I
So
can
you've just
send
got
a
to
message
message
ahead.
so no one's going to give a shit. So don't worry about it.
But father sent a message, so we
Do you
do.
have,
I assumed he would.
Yes,
do you have a library?
we do. Yes. We do. Yes.
Where can I find it? Am I allowed to use it?
Oh yes, yes. I will. I will send for someone to direct you.
This
Oh, yeah.
means I have to
Point to note out. Your horses have had to remain in the southern village.
I figured that
Yeah.
was the case.
Horses don't do so well on boats.
Darren, can you come to the library with me and help me find the book I'm after?
Certainly.
So just go through what people have picked up. You've picked up your things from the horse.
Most experience.
That's right, yeah. So the package that got delivered to your house, Shade picked up from the horse, and when you left Joe Fry,
Oh,
all the time you picked up that package.
yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. There's no. You didn't forget that package.
Yeah.
Good.
So I just got like a, yeah, that's I guess my bag. Or
Bag,
I'm just
or
carrying it.
You're just carrying, yeah. You're just carrying a wrapped package, some sort of wrapped package, yeah.
I would have released the
Kraken.
the camel in this case actually. No, the Kraken looks after us underneath the lagoon. Yeah, I'd release the camel whilst we're in town.
You could talk to him on Tuesdays. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you just let it go.
Yeah.
Cool. So, library, you're going to go talk to the guards.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want to join me in getting some? Yes.
Cool. Shamshir and Icarus, not Icarus, it's been Icarus for ages now. Wandering
It's
the
been
town
Icarus
square.
for ages. I'll see myself out.
Shamshir and ages just wandering the town square and entertain
yeah.
themselves there for
That was
a
bad.
few hours.
So bad.
Yeah.
Shamshir cheats on Icarus with ages.
Yeah. Icarus,
Cannon.
Shade, what are you guys doing?
Do you want to find an alchemy store?
After that comment, okay.
Sure.
Had a quite
I have a question for you.
Oh, come on.
Dark comment.
So, alchemy score.
Score.
Score!
Alchemy score.
I'm trying to score in my city. Score.
Potion.
Yeah, we're getting kids something really special.
Spice.
Just nice.
Legal highs.
Right,
Salt.
Alchemy store,
Meow, meow.
library, gods. Okay. Let's do library.
If you're doing barracks and the orcs with that contact poison, I'm just going to get fucking
Yes.
explode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
so Roofton summoned someone to tell you where to go. They show you to the library, and sort of they hover around. So if you need them, they're there, but they're far enough away that they're not. They're trying to make it obvious they're not trying to pay attention to what it is you're doing.
Right.
They're just
They're
there.
being discreet.
Yeah.
They're hovering.
Yes.
We'll stand by a wall and stare at the other wall.
Yeah. They probably get their own book, just sit there starting to read a book.
Okay.
I'm
How
imagining a
big is
newspaper
this
with
library?
holes.
Like,
It's a decent size. I mean, it's not massive, but decent size.
thanks for coming to help me. I'm looking for
Certainly.
books on mountain ranges. I mean, do you
Maps? Or
know
Books.
much about mountains in Jofrime? Not Jofrime.
For
Where are we?
That's it, yeah.
this continent. Yes, this continent.
Yeah.
Name. It's
Havana.
Havana.
Yeah, that one.
Do you know much? Are there any famous ones?
History check
Make a history check.
about
There's a
mountains.
Yeah, about mountains.
Oh, damn.
roll it.
You roll it.
2.
Oh!
Oh, my dice
There's a
went
2 in the
binary. 25 on mountains.
The bard knows many a tale of the mountains.
Mythical mountain.
Be like this. I have snow on.
Some of them are like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are a fair few mountain ranges.
There's a very famous pointy,
on
and then
Havana.
less pointy, and then flat.
That's a plateau. That's not a mountain.
Not that.
The mountains that probably strike your mind as like the most famous. There's the Crystal Mountains, which are in the northeastern side of the continent. So named.
They sound expensive.
They glisten. They are full of crystals. So they are constantly shining and glistening. The crystals are farmed. There is a mining town close by that mines them. Farms the crystals.
Technically, you can.
They're just like wait,
Well,
looking at the ground and
spring I
like,
planted my crystals on you.
and diamond, emerald.
No, I've got a Bombrook field full of fucking diamonds on you.
Start with your back garden volcano.
New YouTube series, How to Grow Crystals.
What type?
Blue ones.
So they're in mine. It's full of crystals, and there's
It's a
miners
chemistry
who get the
lesson,
crystals
that
out.
is.
And
Yeah. There's the mountain range, the Unwelcoming, so named because it is bleak, it is barren, it is spiky, it is as to its name, it is an unwelcoming mountain range.
Didn't we rescue him from some mountains? We went to some mountains to rescue him, didn't we?
Yes, you went to Verst Heights, I believe. Was it Verst Heights?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Verst
So
Heights.
in the south, weren't they, or something?
Yes, that is the almost most southern thing. But you travelled out southeast, so yeah, Verst Mountains. Those ones there. The other one that is particularly strange is it's not actually a mountain. Is the Infernal. It is a volcano, which is also just
Portal
slightly.
to hell.
The end of the world.
It's slightly north of where you are now.
Oh god.
It's a few days.
What is with your fucking house? Everything shit and fucking evil is around this fucking lake.
He built his house in a high-level area.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I needed to be able to shoot them from across the lake to just like farm XP, bro.
I can't wait to go to that. I can't wait to get to that volcano and watch Shade drink the fucking lava.
And gain 10 hit points somehow.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh,
No.
he looks really well.
Immunity
Oh,
to fire.
oh, it's gone wrong now. Oh, no.
Everyone
I
else
no longer
melts.
take fire damage. Yes.
But yeah, those would probably be the most
You gotta
the
throw
famous
big
ones. You know, other mountain ranges. There's Turk Tops. There's Summit. There's the
Liam can't read
motion.
their
I
writing.
can't read my writing because it's gone blurry at this point. The motionless heights.
Yeah,
Where are the motionful heights?
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
brought
fucking
One
one
with
amazing.
lots of wind.
Yeah, motionless because unlike those mountains that have wind near the peaks, they have no air movement.
Lore dump about mountains.
You're not going to repeat like what Darren
Verbatim.
Quoted.
There are lots of famous mountain ranges. There's the crystal ones. There's the unwelcoming ones. There's the versed heights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are
Not
truly
vast,
the
versed.
First. Yes.
burst. Yeah.
They sing. And then there's the unwobbly heights. they're very stable. And then there's that volcano called
Infernal.
the Infernal,
How original.
or Satan's stomach acid reflux, as Maurice's hiccup.
That's not bad.
Okay.
That's
What-
actually a
which-
great name for
which
a
would be a
volcano.
great tavern name.
Yes! Hiccup.
Write that down.
That's a portal to hell, isn't it?
Yeah.
What?
Taverns and
Do you, but do you want to
taverns.
know like how they're formed? Do you want to know what is it about? What I need more specific information if I'm going to help you with this search, my friend.
Well, before you found me, someone I knew died at, well, where you found me. And I wanted to go find where he lived. And, well, let his family know what's happened.
And did any of those mountain range names sound familiar? Is that where, do you know the name of the mountains where he lived, or just know he lived in the mountain?
It was a place called Storm Peak.
Storm Peak. Okay, that's a good. We've got a name now. We can search that name. I tear this entire fucking library apart looking for the name Storm Peak. I'm breaking out Sage. I'm doing fucking everything.
Yeah, everything.
I also tried to look, but I'm like,
I am.
a bit like taken aback by,
I
like,
am
what-
missing this fucking birthday party. I'm in the zone. I'm in
You're
book
missing the
world.
birthday party, okay.
If it takes that long, if depends how I roll, obviously.
But depend- how long do you want to spend looking? You've got sort of until the feast. You've got about 3 hours, I think.
How big's the
Then
library?
let's start with 3 hours.
3 hours. But it's not a
Let's see
massive
how we
amount.
go.
3 hours. You could probably get through most of the things here.
Actually, you can probably rule out everything in the unmoving peaks because it's called Storm Peak, and those places apparently don't have any wind.
I can rule out quite a lot of books because if they're not a book about mountains, I don't give a flying fuck.
That helps too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm looking for
Tilling
old,
techniques,
I'm looking for
no.
old maps. I'm looking for books about mountains.
Yeah.
I'm looking for geographical
So yeah,
books.
go ahead and make a investigation check. Make it with advantage.
Shit, yeah. Oh, that's fucking terrible. 14.
14.
Sorry, buddy.
That's fine. There's not much to look through. You are fairly confident that the name Storm Peak is nowhere in this library.
Okay, I haven't found anything here, but this is. Don't tell Eldaran, but this library shit. When we get back to Joffrey, obviously, I've got a lot of libraries and got Joffrey. I've got a lot of librarians who worship the ground I walk on. I've got a lot of access to a lot of books.
Does the librarian in the corner who's been listening to this whole thing start crying?
No, they're just reading a book. They're not paying enough attention.
They're going
I'm
full
speaking
Jordan.
in a voice that discreet distance, but staying within shout contact is not going to pick up on the fact that I just called his library shit. Because Derek's, I'm politics, man. I'm all, no. You don't insult.
Pull strings.
I'm going to wait till I see Eldaran in his face and then go, you library shit.
I'm going to go, it's not my library, it's his.
Your library shit. You peace-loving pacifist. You're not going to hurt me. So we go back to Joffrey room. I'll do extra research on that and I'll try and find that for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
It might not be from, this continent. We were from all over.
Well, yes, but if I can't find it, then we'll go look for it.
Thank you.
Cool. And then you head to the town square to join with the feast. Perfect.
You make me frightened. Like
Let's do alchemy store.
Right.
Left. Alright.
Left.
I need some help.
The alchemy store is this way, I think.
Yeah. But before we go in, I go to the package that I've got, Liam.
Yep.
And pull one of those files out.
Yep.
Hand it over to you. I need you to find out what the ingredients are.
Okay.
Probably
Then
don't drink it. I need it. Very
Probably
important.
don't drink it.
Probably.
Don't drink it.
Probably.
Mostly tiger semen.
interesting.
Is that like the core ingredient to this new energy drink? Yeah.
In that case, let's find somewhere to work. And I'd like to find a small space to
That's
get
fine.
out my alchemy kit and
I mean, you can work out what's in it. It's not going to be a few hours sort of job. This is it's such a downtime activity. It will take you the better part of a day to work out what's in.
I can carry on a mass spectrometer.
then in the meantime, where did you find this? What does it look like actually?
Yeah, what is the colour of it? Was it
Uh,
green?
Yeah, it's a really
In between the
unpleasant.
But it's like
green.
cloudy?
Yeah, it's a really cloudy, unpleasant green.
It doesn't look like something you should drink, by the way. It doesn't look like
Yeah,
a
no.
potion. It doesn't look
It-
like
it-
some herbal
Think-
herbal medicine.
Think. Essentially, it's like
nuclear.
people who have like super drinks and they throw like
Oh,
spinach
yeah.
and
Oh, it's
Right.
a protein shake.
That's
Oh
all-
God.
Yeah.
Is it like that, but with
That was
iron
vegetable
brew in
smoothie.
it? So it's all like glowing and awful.
it's not good. But
Radioactive protein.
think that, but make it look worse.
It's nasty.
A radioactive
that-
protein shake that's gone off.
Yeah,
It don't
It's
like
It's
that
sort of
either.
translucent, which
which
makes
is
it
not
worse.
going to work, is it?
It actually sort of did.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I went to deflect
Where-
rather than catch for some stupid reason.
where did you acquire this?
That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
Can I say where?
I mean,
If you want an accurate
you-
response,
you-
I would say
I can.
Shade has a mouth and vocal cords.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I mean
yeah,
like.
you
Or you
weren't
could do it through
weren't
interpretation.
at
told,
the moment I
like-
can see you hesitating.
Yeah.
Okay.
you weren't told not
I've-
to mention it. They
yeah.
did deliver it to someone else's house.
Yeah, that's like the least.
It's from a shadow guard.
What do I know of the Shadow Guard?
What you know of the Shadow Guard? They are
Mysterious.
they're the spy network essentially of Joe Fry. Think
This is what I work
Zentarum,
for.
but
I mean-
nowhere near as dodgy.
This is a like a known network.
Well, yeah,
thing,
because
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
I
yeah.
work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how like, you know, like worst kept secret sort of thing or.
Yeah. No, it's
It's like the Harpers in MI6 had a baby.
Right.
yeah.
So they're
It's,
making films every other year.
Yes.
Is he technically? He would be my. I would refer to him as my teacher,
Mentor.
mentor.
Yeah, mentor. Yeah.
It's
What? He's the green puss. Sorry, I'm
I
young.
was like, hi.
Oh, you're not there, fairy.
It's from my mentor.
And he wants you to identify it.
No, I want to identify it. I asked him. He doesn't know because he gets it from someone else. But I only have 3 of them.
Then what
You
would
only
be
have 3.
Three.
Yeah.
what would be its purpose?
Shit, he doesn't know. But no, he does know. But I don't know.
You
he
don't know
knows.
that he knows. Yeah.
Convey when received.
Darek is
Right.
a valuable
So
He's MVH.
a few weeks
He
back
is a valuable man.
on the road,
He's MVH.
when we were travelling, there was a bit of an incident with myself at night that Parr and
Of the 10.
Darek saw, which I told not to tell anyone. I transformed into a tiger.
They said this, didn't they? So I,
He said it.
he
So
said
he
it,
blurbed it.
and
by
you don't
accident.
know about, and
Yeah.
you don't know his blood.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I see. Is this a regular occurrence?
Deception.
It's not
Um,
deception. It's a question.
Yeah,
to-
no, it's
towards
just a
them.
question. Right, I remember the first time, don't I, Liam? Did I?
Sort
I
of
can't remember
vaguely.
if we.
You sort of vaguely, yeah.
Never forget your first.
Hey.
You have a vague.
Very
You,
true.
it
That could
it
be
wasn't
later
there
happen.
until your second transformation. Then you sort of went, "Oh shit, I've seen this before."
Mate,
Yeah.
my helmet
Yeah.
fits me.
It's happened
That's
twice.
what
And
I've got two helmets. I've got
what
one
does
with
that
a
have to
dreadnought.
do with the?
Ice pick.
That's
Also not
meant to
Trotsky.
suppress it and stop myself from transforming
And,
and
you,
control myself.
and you haven't tried any yet.
Oh, I have.
Is it working?
Well, I won't. Well, yes, no, no. It's different from the other ones, isn't it?
It
It isn't. Yeah. I need to remember because there's some weird shit.
Yeah, this is not
No,
a
counting
thing you
ranges
have
is-
drunk yet.
No, not yet.
So you intend to drink it,
Mhm.
but once I found out what it is,
Oh no, I will drink it.
regardless of what I
Mhm.
say it is. How many of these have you got?
3.
And then after the 3, I assume you'll have more.
I hope. Otherwise, well, we'll just have to find out.
So this is then to say this would be a temporary solution, and having
Yes.
the 3 wouldn't suddenly make it permanent, that you don't
No.
change. The change isn't willing, obviously.
No.
Do you know what brought it about in the first place?
I have a. Yeah, yes, I do know.
It was so great.
It seems to happen on a full moon.
Ah, like entropy.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. After we've had the meal, I'll dedicate the next day to taking a good look at this and seeing if I can.
Thank you.
It's do you know when the next full moon is?
Liam. I need to look at the calendar.
It's in 2 weeks. isn't
If
it?
it's
'Cause
fucking tonight,
Because
then
you thought it was.
No,
you thought it was
tonight's
today.
What you
Tonight's
thought
no
it was
moon.
tonight?
Yeah, it's the 19th.
No, they finished that.
It's
So
currently
13 days.
It's currently the 6th,
Oh well.
so sometime.
Little over a week.
then we'll get it. We'll make sure that we're aware of what's happening before the week. Have you considered telling everyone else?
No, and I don't plan to yet.
You want discretion.
Mm-hmm.
If I believe that you might be a threat to us, then I think you'll understand if we try and prepare ourselves before a transformation.
Yeah, I if he was fucking here, plan to speak to Shamshir about this. I reckon he might be able to help as well. Potentially.
Right. Did you actually need anything from the alchemy star? Or
Well, if you would be able to identify it straight away, then
Then, do I need any supplies from the store in order to do?
No, I mean alchemy supplies themselves come with a fair amount. And you've not used it much, so
Not really.
yeah, you've still got essentially. I think you've used maybe like 3 vials or something.
Yeah, I think I've gathered a shitload of stuff which I intended to craft on the way here, but
Yeah.
kind of got busy not
Killing
being
things.
here.
Yeah. So yeah, so your supplies are pretty good. So
Okay.
cool. So I guess you guys will just head back to the town square.
Yes, we'll enjoy the rainbow crystal and
And the music and the various forms of entertainment. Cool. You guys, you go to the barracks. You have the
Yes.
shortest journey, so you do get done last.
You do get done.
Exactly.
Excellent. Cool. I'm gonna look for the head of the guard.
Yep, easy enough to do. You'll find him. I mean, if he's probably doing at this point, he's definitely on the walls, but it's not hard for Lord Elder and Skylark to summon him.
Someone will go running.
Yeah, it's the only person he would ignore your summons for is if your brother had summoned him instead. Be like, that one takes priority.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Even if it's go make me a cup of tea. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, priority, sorry.
It just gets there. Oh, I just wanted to see your response time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he is his boss, so. Seems fair.
But yes. So your the head of guard, as it were, is Silen Farwinter. It is a male high elf.
Not a really high elf. I love that meme.
Jesus Christ. This has been a really bad day for me.
Yeah.
It's been amazing, but it's been
bad. It's bad. It's just such a good meme.
Yeah.
It's a bad meme.
So he turns up. He's carrying a long sword. He's got flake mail. He's got a shield. He has a longbow across his back. He's got a short sword on his hip, but it's not in use. This guy is just like, whatever you come at me with, I'm gonna be ready for.
Like servers.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Magic!
Like, yeah, he's earfucked in
I
the
don't
side.
think he's ready for that.
Balta.
You're just like, yeah, you're human.
Yep. Not wrong.
You're not an elf.
I'm gonna be a hit
So,
at this party.
so we're now down to we're identifying creatures by the weight of the testicle.
But they feel like.
Well, it would just be like either you're very well, or you're an orc.
I'm gonna go with the Latin bang.
Human, elf, human, dwarf, human, horse? No.
Goliath.
What if they're a female orc?
That's page 2.
I thought it was page 3.
Oh.
Darek can't reach that height.
Oh dear.
So
Anyway.
he comes in. You wait at the barracks.
Good catch.
Yeah, that's a bit of an off throw.
Made up for by the couch.
Comes in. My lord,
Silen.
I don't know you.
Captain Rawlinson. See, I remembered that time.
Pleasure.
Who is he speaking to?
Just
His
burying
imaginary
back
dad.
into your own scene now.
Yes.
I'm Silen. My lord, I assume orcs. That's why you're here. Perfect. There was scouts. We sent them out as we do, just to keep an eye out on the surroundings. Make sure there's no threats to the outer villages. They said they saw a group of a warband of orcs to the east, maybe 2 days east. Estimated numbers were in the thousands, I think is what they said. Needless to say, we moved what we could to the eastern village to attempt to defend. Obviously, if that many orcs decided to attack, we were a little screwed regardless. We don't have that much in the way of defence in the outer villages. Though, we still have the lagoon that still stands between anything wanting to attack the city. Whilst there, we did engage some orcs, but in total we fought maybe 50 or 60. And then nothing else came. We sent more scouts out and the warband had disappeared.
Okay. So
Did-
sorry, go
Did
ahead.
any of them escape, or were they all cut down?
The ones that turned up were cut down.
I was going to ask, did you didn't see them moving anywhere? You just saw them decamped, and that was that.
Yes.
Okay. That's okay.
Did the scouts actually go to where they had been camped to check there were actually orcs? I know
I
it
mean-
sounds silly, but
The scouts got as close as they could.
I meant when they.
Once they had left, yes, they went and checked the area. It showed the signs of a orc warband.
So probably not an illusion then.
Yes, but as to where they, strangely enough, they said that the orcs had headed east, but I feel like they probably read the tracks wrong there.
East is the mire, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I have a horrible feeling
They might not have done.
they read them right, actually.
Oh.
Wouldn't be the first report of such that I've heard in the last 3 days.
Orcs inside the mire.
Exactly.
Strange. I suppose it's a safe place to camp. Relatively speaking.
I mean, you won't get attacked by anyone outside of it, but
Yes.
Apart from everything inside of it, but
But I mean, orcs aren't the smartest of things. They see an area that's safe and they're,
except for exactly what just happened. That's a little smarter than I'd ever give orcs credit for, personally.
yes. I'm still not sure what we fought the other day, but
Hmm.
there were still orcs of some description.
Are we away from?
Yeah. It's just the three of you. What do you mean? Orcs the other day, explain.
Well, was it 4 days ago?
3.
3. The evening.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
The evening 3 days ago, we found a small wooded area with some smoke from a fire. We investigated and found what we thought were humans. And as it turns out, they were in fact orcs, well made up. They didn't really pass
Yes,
under
so
close inspection, but from
orcs
afar-
using disguise kits, orcs casting spells, orcs not much bigger than Elderan here, and orcs that had captured townsfolk from the southern village.
Huh.
Who are fine, by the way.
I mean, I wasn't even aware that people were missing.
That's problematic.
Well, I mean, if they'd only been gone for a couple of days, they probably weren't reported as missing.
Except it was names. Stormora and Byrell.
Still going missing. No one would
No
want to
one's
report
gonna.
that.
No one's gonna report that. Everyone would enjoy the peace and quiet. But
Yes. Byron going missing as well happens. She does that. Mara going missing is an odd one.
that I would have expected to have caused something.
Well, that would explain why the southern ferries have been in a bit of a mess. But
Like that.
I don't know. I think we just assumed that Mara was ill and her wife was trying to take care of it. Which, if Mara was missing in the nicest sense, her wife, whose name is
Bad at boats.
Oh. Westrum? I think.
maybe I've got it written down somewhere.
I have it written down here. I'm just not sure what that is.
Westra, yeah. Westra. Westra, bless her, isn't entirely with it all the time. She may well have just meant to report it and just kept getting caught up in what she was doing.
Probably so. Probably so. But
Smart orcs, that's worrying.
As I say, they cast spells, so we couldn't see what we were fighting.
I mean, orcs casting spells isn't that odd. They do have.
completely out of the question.
They have a god. They have clerics.
Oh, and they used giant bats as mounts. That's how they managed to capture who they captured and then flee so fast.
Poison.
That has slipped my mind currently. You fucking pigeons.
Thank you, pigeons. I had forgotten.
I haven't heard anything about orcs and giant bats, but I'm not an orc expert. There will be people who do know. I'll ask my guard.
Just, I think, worth the scouts being
Careful.
Cautious.
It's
yes.
just a little disconcerting when you've been in this business for as long as I have, and you've come across something which an enemy type you thought you knew, and then a new version of that enemy.
Yes.
It's worrying.
Disconcerting, that's for sure.
It was more that they got with the leaflet, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Another thing is they were using oil of a taggart to abduct their victims.
What's that? Contact poison.
Not sure where they got it, but
Target plat, but again, that's smart.
fermenting it, spending time distributing it, and then, well, there's a small group snatching 3 people. It worries me.
Yeah.
Not getting on yourself.
I thought they had a really good map.
I'll let my people know. They need to keep an eye out for orcs. I mean, the ones we fought were just your standard run at you until they hit you, and you die or they die. They weren't they weren't difficult to dispatch. That would explain why the other orcs just disappeared, though. Sounds like it may have been a distraction.
Yes,
Possibly.
I think we were lucky to stop them meeting up with each other. I fear for what they had planned. I'd like to know, but at the same time, I really don't.
It also implies a very strange understanding of how we would react to an armed force heading towards one of our outer villages. That is interesting for them to know. That is not common knowledge.
Or at least it's not the kind of joined up thinking you expect from orcs.
Yes.
I think either way, you want constant pair of eyes on that Maya. Because I think that's where they are currently.
Have there been any other reports of people missing?
None that I know of.
Just wondering whether someone might have defected.
I mean, for what possible motive? What cause do these orcs have that you would
Well,
defect
I mean,
for?
if you could control an army of orcs, it wouldn't be an insurmountable power.
I think you need to be bigger than them for them to listen to you, though.
I believe that's normally how it works. I'm pretty sure we're all still here.
I lost my men, and I've got some contacts around I can send messages to and see if they know anything about smarter orcs. And I will, we'll make sure we keep an eye on the Maya as much as we can. It's a big expanse. We cannot watch all of it,
No, not at all.
and people don't want to go very close to it.
I'm not saying
Understandably.
get close, I just, you need to have
Yes.
eyes on it at all times.
Yes.
Right.
I've water patrol.
I have
Information
things to see
spread.
to. Thank you, sir.
Enjoy the festivities, my lord.
Thank you. I will. I'll be glad to know you're watching over us.
He salutes and marches off.
Anything else you need to get before?
Well, I don't know about you, but I've been in this fucking plate armor for weeks on end. I want a bath.
A bath, I can sort you. Come with me.
Are you joining him now?
No, I'm just going to take him to.
Bow wow.
You can head to the Skylark residence,
Yeah.
get a bath.
Get servants to draw him a nice warm bath, clean
Yeah.
towels, the whole shebang.
I assume go find your son.
And then go
your
find my wife and son.
Yes.
Yeah, I like how he does all this first, and then he thinks,
That's
"Oh
fine.
yeah,
And
I
a
came
family.
here to see my
A family,
son."
right? Yes, I've got one
I
of
mean,
those.
Get shit sorted. Spend as much time as you like with the people you love.
yeah, it's fair. I mean, he doesn't live with them, so it's a sort of an they get what's going on.
Yeah, I got one.
Also, his kid's an evil mutant. So.
It's not evil.
He's commanding
As I suspected.
It's the
He's
tail.
commanding the orcs.
It's the tail.
Okay, well we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back momentarily with part 2, which will be the festivities.
Orcs definitely won't attack.